Guys, and welcome back to Fate Unbound. I've come to a very special place. This is the Ozark National Forest in Arkansas, a place that I have been wanting to check out for years now, but never really got the opportunity because it was never really in my path of travel. But I'm finally here, and after spending my winter in Indiana and early spring down in Florida, it feels so good to be back in the forested mountains. This is where I feel most at home, and I found an incredible campsite near the top of a mountain. The shortleaf pines are giving off an amazing aroma. It smells like warm wood with a little bit of vanilla, and that smell just pervades the air. You guys know I love the mountains of the Pacific Northwest the most, but this is incredible too, and honestly gives a very similar feeling. I love areas like this so much that I can honestly say it feels like coming home. And I'm just really looking forward to exploring this part of the country, seeing what it has to offer, and thank you guys for wanting to come on that adventure with me. Oh man, that was delicious. Egg sandwich, super easy, super quick. I am really excited for today. First thing I need to do is go fill up water because I didn't fill up my water on the way here, and so I'm pretty much completely out. But I've got the water tank, the 75-gallon water tank in the back of my truck, and so I already know where I'm gonna go. There's a place 45 minutes or so away. There's a campground, a National Forest campground that has water that I can fill at. I'll bring that back, fill up the trailer, and then Sweetie and I are gonna go out exploring. There's a couple of really cool places that I wanna go that really aren't that far from this campsite. Like, man, the Ozark National Forest is so beautiful. I love it here, and I'm really excited to check out. The first thing is a waterfall, and the next one is an overlook. Yeah, I'm really excited. And I think Sweetie's excited too. Sweetie Pea, do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Yeah, she's excited too. Yeah, you get to go with me, big girl. Sweetie, boo. Good girl, all right. Sweetie's gonna have to wait just a second though, because I wanted to update you guys on the BLOX trailer jack blocks that I got to replace all of the like old crappy rotten wood blocks that I've been using. And I also got these jack stabilizer pads too from them. I liked the one that I had so much that I wanted an BLOX for each of my stabilizer jacks on all four sides of my trailer, and I noticed that they had these too. And these come in handy when you know, you just don't have enough space for like a full BLOX. Right now I'm using these rubber pads just on two of my stabilizers, just because of the way that I had to level my trailer and position it in this campsite. There's just not enough space for a full BLOX under those ones. And so now I've got an BLOX for my tongue jack and all four stabilizer jacks as well, which is just great because, yeah, like I said, my old wood blocks that I've been using are rotting out. They're breaking apart. The one even had ants that were like carpenter ants that had bored all these holes into it. And that was the main railroad tie block that I used for my front tongue jack. And so, yeah, if that thing were to crumble because of all of the holes that those ants chewed in through, then oh my god, that would just be such a pain. But with the ox blocks, I don't have to worry about that because they're made of recycled plastic, and so bugs aren't going to try to destroy them. Water, the sun, you know, none of that stuff is going to have any effect on these. They're gonna last pretty much forever. And what's really great is that these ox blocks can stack, and so if you need, you know, more height for the front tongue jack or any of your stabilizers, you can do this, and that's great because yeah, sometimes I need to crank my tongue jack way up, and so if I can make some of that space up with the blocks instead of the tongue jack, then that just makes my life so much easier. And the feature that I think is really cool with these is that they designed them so that any type of trailer jack will fit with these ox blocks. So regardless of whether you have a wheel, a post, a pad, it doesn't matter. It will all fit in this ox blocks, and my stabilizer, the foot pads for my stabilizer jacks fit into this slot as well. These really are the perfect jack block, and when you combine them with this rubber pad also, you've got all of your bases covered. And Oxblocks does make different size blocks too. So depending on your needs, what your specific needs are, they've got you covered. I'll go ahead and drop a link in the video description below so you can check them out for yourself, because if you're still using wood blocks like I am, you gotta ditch those things, man. I've gotten splinters before, and it's just annoying watching them crumble. I'll like put them into the truck and they just will break because they're so weathered from time, and I know that these will last forever. All right, let's get out of here, guys. I'm really excited to show you the Ozark National Forest. Man, you guys, if you haven't been here before, I just can't say it enough. This area is so beautiful, and I'm so excited to show it to you. Get in there. Well guys, something kind of crazy just happened. I was driving to go fill up water out in the middle of nowhere, and I happened to drive past an animal that was on the side of the road. And as I passed, I didn't really think anything of it, you know, because roadkill happens, you know, unfortunately. And as I drove past, I got a good look as this cat lifts its head up and looks at the truck as I'm passing by. And I saw a red spot on its head too. And it just, the way that cat lifted its head up, just, I don't know. I had to stop and see if there's anything I could do. So I whipped a U-turn as fast as I could, floored it back to the cat, got out of the truck. Thankfully, I have a towel and the rabbit's cage, their travel cage, in the truck, because I always put my rabbits in the travel cage in the truck on travel days. And so I scooped the cat up with that towel and set him down into the cage, got the cage in the truck, and drove towards town as quickly as I could. I found a vet clinic, gave him a call, told him what was happening. Like, hey, I just found a cat that looks like it's been hit by a car. It's not dead, but it looks extremely dazed, very confused, and has a bleeding head wound. What can we do? And they told me to bring the cat in and, you know, to go from there. So I brought him to Parker Animal Clinic in Clarksville, Arkansas. And I was afraid that, you know, just because the fact that he's apparently a stray cat, injured, they're just gonna put him down. And I don't know, it like ran through my head of like, am I doing the right thing? Am I just bringing this cat to its death? But you know, it's probably gonna die out here anyway. But what was really cool is the veterinarian said, he was like, you know, you've done right by this cat, so I'm gonna do right by the cat too. I know a cat rescue in the area. I'm gonna call them and see if, you know, if we can get this cat stabilized and get him healed up, if they'll take the cat. And so they took him back and did an assessment on him to see if he was even savable. And, you know, I thought at least he had a broken leg or something like that. Something pretty bad, something really expensive to fix. And when the veterinarian came back and said that all of his legs appear to not be broken, he doesn't appear to have any breaks. They think he's just in shock and, you know, maybe a pretty bad concussion because of that nasty head wound. But he said he thinks that all he's gonna need is just stabilizing care, fluids, and time, and he'll be okay. And God, that just made me feel so good. And the cat rescue said that they're pretty sure they'll be able to place him also. And yeah, that made me so happy because I was just really afraid for this poor little guy, you know, left for dead on the side of the road. He was just laying on the pavement in the sun. If another car didn't hit him, then, you know, he probably would have died of dehydration or starvation, or a predator would have come gotten him or something, because yeah, he was pretty messed up. But that's I don't know, I just feel really good knowing that they're almost positive he's gonna be all right. They're gonna be able to stabilize him and find him a home. And I was also worried about like cost. You know, I just found this stray cat, and like, you know, what if he's gonna need thousands of dollars to be able to be like rescued and healed? And they came back and they were like, well, it's to give him the care he needs, it's gonna be $325. And I was like, that's it? Yeah, I will pay that. I will pay that. And so that's all. No, the invoice says what is this? $323 for the stabilizing care. And I know that there's a lot of you that are probably thinking it's a cat, and a stray cat at that. Who cares? But I've just always loved animals, pets especially, because they add just a very special aspect to our lives. You know, I've got Sweetie, she's my best buddy, excellent travel companion. I love her so much. And I've got the rabbits too, and I love them. Yeah, I'm talking about you, girl. But so I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was younger. I actually started college in the pre-vet program at Purdue University. But I had the amazing opportunity to intern at a vet clinic for 1.5 years. And during that time, I just realized that it wasn't for me, and I changed majors to mechanical engineering. And so I have a real soft spot for animals and pets especially. And so, you know, I saw this cat dying on the side of the road, and I just put myself in his, I was gonna say shoes. I put myself in his place, and you know, I just like thought, well, what would if I was a cat dying on the side of the road, what would I want from a human passing by? But as I left after I paid for his care, I asked if I could name him. And they said, sure, of course you can name him. And so I named him Dodge. I know, might be a little bit of morbid humor, but it's okay because he's gonna make it. So I named him Dodge. And it is a he, it's a male cat. And they also said that they would give me updates. They would send me text updates to let me know how he was doing. And when they finally got him a home too. So I'll keep you guys updated on Dodge also. Well, I finally got to fill up my water way later than I originally intended. You can probably see the sun is setting. You know, I left not that late in the day, but with everything that happened, having to drive all the way into town where there's a vet clinic, and then waiting around at the vet clinic and then driving back here, that was my day. Used up my entire day. But I'm filling my water at Long Pool Campground. It's about 45 minutes, maybe an hour away from my campsite, but you know, this is just how I have to fill water, and that's why I have the 75-gallon water tank in the bed of my truck, because you know, if I run out of water or if I need to fill, man, hooking up my trailer, breaking down camp completely, towing the trailer to somewhere that I can fill water at, that's just a whole thing. It's so nice being able to use my truck independent of my trailer as like a mobile water refill vehicle. It's just so nice. And yeah, the tank in my travel trailer is 54 gallons. So filling up the 75-gallon tank gives me nearly 1.5 refills. And yeah, this is about usually the type of place that I fill my water at is National Forest campgrounds, state parks, recreation areas, stuff like that. The day use fee here is only $3. There's no one here. There's no one checking that. You just drop your money in an Iron Ranger, which is basically just a drop box. $3 though for 75 gallons of water. I think that's pretty good. But man, this campground is incredibly beautiful. It is right up against Big Piney Creek, which is just this glorious blue color that up until now I've only seen in the Pacific Northwest, and I only thought really happened there as far as, you know, the United States was concerned. But seeing it here in Arkansas too, man, it just makes me love this area that much more. Sweetie and I are gonna hang around here just a little bit. We're gonna go down to the water and enjoy just this area. It's just so beautiful in this campground. Okay, it's the next day. Yesterday was pretty crazy. I'm hoping for a much calmer day today, where I can go out and do the adventuring, the exploring, and sharing it with you guys that I wanted to do yesterday. I can show you at least now how I fill up my water from my truck into my trailer. So like I said before, I've got a 75-gallon water tank at the front of my truck bed, all the way in front of all of this crap. You can't see it because, you know, all that junk is in the way. But to get the water out of that tank and then into my trailer, this is I have two hoses leading from that water tank. One is the like fill drain hose, and then this one right here is just a breather hose to let air in or out. The breather hose connects toward the top of the tank, and then obviously the drain fill hose then is at the bottom of that tank. When I'm at a campsite like this one, where I can position the truck higher up than the travel trailer's fill port, then I can just connect a hose directly to the drain fill hose and gravity feed the water in, and that's what I'm doing right now. But in cases where I can't position the truck higher up than the trailer, I do have this water pump that I just wired alligator clips onto, and this switch yeah, I can connect these alligator clips just to one of my batteries. You can see right there in the storage bay, I've got a battery just right there. I can connect the clips to the posts on that, flick the switch, and it turns on, and it'll pump the water out of the truck's tank into my trailer, and that's it. Well, on the way to the trailhead, my truck's ABS light came on and would not go off. Not gonna lie, this is not the first time that it's turned on, but usually if I shut the truck off, turn it back on, the ABS light goes off, then, you know, it's good for a little while. But it would not go back off, and so I think I'm finally gonna have to figure out what the problem is. This is I'm a little ashamed to admit I've been putting it off a little bit, but I think the time has come. But we are hiking Pam's Grotto Trail. It's a real short hike, only 0.8 miles, and it just climbs up the hill to this big open rock area, and there's a waterfall going right down through the middle of it. So I'm super excited. It's supposed to be really beautiful. Well, come on, sweetie. Come on. Oh, good girl. Wow. I think the beauty of Pam's Grotto speaks for itself. I mean, it's just insanely cool. And what's so neat about the Ozark National Forest is that there are a ton of these around. This is not the only waterfall like this in this national forest. There's just so many, and from the pictures I've seen, they're just incredibly beautiful, just like this one. You guys, look at this goober. She's all wet. She's been having fun in the waterfall. She just went like directly into it. And she's just such a water dog. She absolutely loves water, getting wet, jumping into it. Hey, sweet girl, sweetie. Boo. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but the echo of her barking is really neat in here. Sweetie. Boo. Good girl. And this is Haw Creek Falls, just what, like half mile, maybe a mile up from the trailhead to where we just came from. Man, this whole area is just so jam-packed with beautiful features, beautiful waterfalls. And what's super cool about this spot is that there's even a campground right here. It's not very big, but the sites are all very level, and they've got quite a bit of space between the campsites, and I guarantee it's not expensive to camp here. So yeah, you can camp right up next to the falls, and man, just listening to this sound as I fall asleep and first thing when I wake up in the morning, wow, that would just be amazing. Sweetie and I are now walking up to the last thing that we're gonna check out tonight, and it's an overlook that I'm pretty sure is gonna be pretty beautiful. It's called Pilot Knob. I could only drive the truck up so far, and then it becomes, like, the road just becomes four-wheel drive, pretty dang high clearance needed, more than even my truck has. I would definitely high center on some of these larger rocks, so we got to hike up to it, but it's pretty perfect. It's at, right at sunset, so I'm looking forward to it. overlooks like this are just incredible because, you know, I look out at how vast the Ozark National Forest is. Everything you're seeing right now is in the Ozark National Forest, and just as far as you can see. And all of the cool places that we went to today were within 10 miles, a 10-mile radius of my campground. And so when I look out at just the vastness of this incredible area, I just think, I get excited. I get energized because I can't help but think, what else is out there? What other amazing natural features? What other very cool man-made things? What history is out there? There's just so much. The Ozark National Forest has so much history, and a lot of it is very old history, like Pilot Knob here. Something happened. I'm not sure, but something used to be here. There's a concrete 8, a concrete 15. What are those? And there was very clearly a foundation for some sort of structure. There's 4 posts still there, and there's multiple little paths that lead to rocky outcrops that you can get another view of a different side of the Ozark National Forest. From Pilot Knob here, you have a full 360-degree view. Some of it is shrouded by the trees a little bit, and so getting out to those rocky outcroppings gives you that full unobstructed view. But this is so cool. This is definitely a high point. This is like the highest point for quite a while because, yeah, you have a full 360-degree view, and this is incredible. But I'm gonna put the camera down now, and Sweetie and I are just going to enjoy the rest of this sunset. Come here, girl. Well, I took a quick shower, trimmed my beard up because it was bugging me, it's poking myself, and made dinner. This is fish tacos. It's made using a homemade seasoning that's basically just chili powder, garlic powder, a little bit of cumin, smoked paprika, salt, pepper. Am I missing anything? No, I think that's it. Oh, and flour. Yeah, flour for, you know, most of the breading. But yeah, it's really easy to make. It does take a little while because you gotta, you know, cut the veggies, cook them, and the fish. I cook it all in the same skillet too, just to cut down on the number of dishes I need to do. So if I could cook the fish and the, you know, veggies at the same time, that would speed it up. But man, it's so good. It's delicious, and I'm so excited to bite into this. Wow, that is amazing. This is one of the staples. It's in the regular rotation of dinners I make, and that's why, man, it's so good. And I make a ton of leftovers, so I can eat this for dinner for the next, 3, maybe 4 days. And, so I don't have to cook dinner again for, 2, 3, maybe even 4 days, depending on if I, dig into this a little bit for lunches. But if you guys like the video and you want to buy me a beer, you can go through this QR code right there, and I'll also drop a link in the description for you guys too. And I am going to enjoy this dinner, and I'm going to get ready for bed because it's been a very long day. Me and Sweetie are both super wore out from staying out all day and exploring, and yeah, after I eat this, I'm definitely going to be in a food coma. Well, that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know Sweetie and I had an awesome day today exploring, and even though yesterday did not go as planned, I still feel really good about finding that kitty and being able to save him. I just think it was really lucky that I was in the right place at the right time, because otherwise I think he would have just been left there for dead. And so, but I haven't gotten any updates yet from the veterinarian. Yesterday was Thursday, today's Friday. And so I'm going to give him a call on Monday, check in on him, and I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, if you like the video, please consider subscribing. It would really help me out. But my name's David. This is Sweetie, and this is Fate Unbound, and we'll see you guys in the next one. What? Did you just paw at me? What, did I stop petting you? I'm so sorry. Good night, guys. Bye. Well, say bye, Sweetie. Good girl. Good girl.